Hypnosis isn't all about being on stage and entertaining a crowd and barking like a dog. It's actually mostly used for therapeutic use. Today we're down at Quick Change Hypnotherapy, where we're going to see a local woman be hypnotized for her first time ever. I'm Courtney Ketchen, and this is Live to Tape. Good morning, everybody. I'm here with Joanne Chambers, who is one of Red Deer's very few clinical hypnotherapists. Joanne, what exactly does that mean?
That means that I don't do stage hypnosis, I do therapy. So I work on behavioral problems, changes that you need to bring about that under normal circumstances would take a long time.
So you hypnotize people?
I hypnotize people to deal with situations.
Right, and what is the difference between stage hypnosis and therapeutic?
Well, stage hypnosis is done to entertain people. So normally you get the class clown as the person who's going to come forward and say he'll or she will do it. And they do it for entertainment. So they'll do almost anything, and they've given the hypnotist permission to let them do almost anything. The difference for me is that when you come to see me, we're dealing with specific problems or situations. So I couldn't make you bark like a dog for a week, but I could help you get through some tough stuff.
Oh, what are some examples of things that people would turn to hypnotherapy to help deal with?
The main thing that I get is stopping smoking, because it's one of the easiest ways to give up smoking. But things like biting your nails, insomnia, self-confidence, test writing, like there's a list that's longer than your arm that you could use hypnosis for.
So it's not necessarily major problems or struggles that you're dealing with emotionally. It could just be a small habit.
It can, and in most cases it is. People that come here usually have something that's causing them pain or discomfort, and we find ways to ease that discomfort and bring relief. So I couldn't deal with things like serious phobias. That's something that a psychiatrist needs to deal with. Or schizophrenia. Those are things that are way out of my realm. But I can deal with and have dealt with things like sexual dysfunction, children who wet their beds, children who are having trouble in school, adults who are having trouble learning things. So there's a wide variety of things that hypnosis can work for.
And is it kind of like therapy? You come once a week until the problem's rectified, or how does it work? Is it?
Well, for some things you only need 1 or 2 sessions, like nail biting could be just 1 session. But other things like low self-esteem, sometimes they could take up to 20 sessions depending on how many layers that we have to peel away with each time. But most people are about 3 sessions.
So how exactly does it work? How do you go into someone's subconscious, or?
That's exactly what we do. And the reason you need to do that is that your conscious mind really keeps guard over what you're going to learn or what you're going to do. So even sometimes when you want to make changes, you kind of have 2 minds, one that wants to make the change and one side of you that doesn't. A perfect example of that is stopping smoking. Everyone knows they should, but there's always a side of it that they know is going to be discomfort, or they're giving up something that they think is a benefit. So it's something that can be really difficult to do on your own. But with hypnosis, we go straight to the subconscious mind, and we make suggestions to that, which later makes a suggestion back to the conscious mind to accept that and to move forward.
So it's kind of taking away the blocking in your head.
Exactly.
That would help, that would cause you to feel like you couldn't do it, or cause you to feel like it was more of a challenge than it might be, or.
And sometimes even just allowing you to think differently, because we've grown up with our way of thinking. So sometimes in order to change, we also need to change some of the things, like our beliefs. And the best way to change those is directly through the subconscious mind.
So how well known is hypnotherapy here in Central Alberta?
Oh, I would think it is fairly well known. Now that you've been introduced to this, you'll probably see it everywhere. But hypnotherapy has been used for hundreds of years, and it's been pretty much sanctioned everywhere since the mid-50s. So you wouldn't have any trouble finding a hypnotherapist. They're all out there. It's just that now you're aware, you'll know.
Do you find that there's a lot of scrutiny?
Well, there is with everything. You know, there's people who don't believe in doctors and people who don't believe in herbology, you know. So there is some of that, but they don't come to me because they don't believe it would work in the first place, so they wouldn't waste their time or their money. And some people who do come to me and experience success, they definitely get scrutinized sometimes. And of course people say it's all in your mind, and that's absolutely true. Yeah. It is all in your mind, and if we can help change your mind, we can help change your life.
So you're obviously a firm believer in hypnosis.
Well, I do hypnosis because I used hypnosis, and hypnosis has been a good healing tool for me. So, you know, once you've used it and it works, then you want to share it with others, just like anything else that we do. You pass it on.
Well, it sounds very interesting, and I know coming up right after the break, Joanne has brought in a client of hers, I guess, that is going to be hypnotized for the very first time, so stick with us. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with Joanne, our clinical hypnotherapist, and Shannon, her client today, who is going to receive a treatment. What brought you here today?
Well, actually, I was approached by Joanne to see if I would be willing to come in and do the hypnotherapy. Joanne knew that I had never been hypnotized before and kind of wanted the real thing kind of thing. And so we decided, she had asked me what kind of things I might be interested in, and for me, I've got 3 kids, a career and everything else, so I decided that maybe dealing with stress and kind of having a balance would be good, so that's why I'm here today.
Are you a believer in hypnotherapy?
Yes.
Why so?
Never been hypnotized, but I've had, well, my mom and my aunts and everything, they all are very into the whole hypnotherapy and all that kind of stuff. My sister's been hypnotized before. My people that I've known in the past have been hypnotized for smoking and stuff, and it's worked for them. So it's kind of like, I've seen it work, so kind of interested to see what will happen for me.
Are you a little bit nervous?
Yes.
Okay, so Joanne, what are the first things that you do? Do you plan something out ahead of time?
Yes, I do actually. Usually I have a consultation before I do hypnosis, and from that I make a decision about what kinds of things I need to say. So I write out a script. I sit down and spend sometimes a couple of hours going through material and stuff to write a script that would address the situation, to bring comfort to whatever it is people are coming to me for. And then when they're here, I actually read the script to them so that I don't forget anything and make sure all my bases are covered and that they get the best out of the session that they can.
Okay, now I know you said it can take about half an hour to fully hypnotize someone.
The whole session is about a half an hour. Sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, but the average is a half hour.
Okay, I think we should get started.
Here we are, sitting back and relaxed with your eyes closed. In a very few moments, you're going to be more relaxed than you've ever known yourself to be. I'm going to mention certain parts of your body, and as I do so, I want you to just feel that part begin to relax. Just feel that part begin to relax. In order to help you relax, I want you to visualize yourself or imagine that you're on a little white sailboat. You feel the sun warming every muscle, nerve, and bone in your body. We're going to start with your forehead. I want you to feel all the little worry lines, all the little frown lines in your forehead. Just unwind. Feel that relaxation now coming down around your facial muscles as all the muscles in your facial area just let go of all their tension and relax. This relaxation is going to flow now down into your back, going down your spinal column, going out to the sides, as each and every muscle just lets go, unwinds, and relax. Feel the relaxation going into your lower back and going out to the sides as everything just lets go, so that your back area is completely relaxed. And as this relaxation takes you deeper and deeper, calm, peaceful, and very relaxed, just see yourself on the little sailboat, swaying back and forth, just relaxing.
We continue Shannon's journey into hypnosis after the break.
You will feel a greater feeling of personal well-being, a greater feeling of personal safety and security than you have felt for a long, long time. I'm going to give you a few minutes just to relax, to rest, and to let these suggestions settle into your subconscious mind. I'm going to wake you up now at the count of 5. At 5, you'll open your eyes, feeling bright and alert, full of energy, and feeling perfectly wonderful. 1, coming up now. 2, more and more. 3, more awake. 4, bright and alert. 5, wide awake and feeling wonderful. So, how are you feeling?
Good.
You seem fairly emotional. Why? What were you feeling?
It's not uncommon, because it ends up being quite an emotional experience for 2 reasons. One is that we're not used to relaxing that much. So our bodies kind of, they almost release themselves. So that alone can be a physical and emotional sensation. So, and it can be overwhelming. It's not the first time that I've had somebody. No, it's not.
Can you kind of describe what it felt like? At what point you stopped thinking consciously?
Well, I was always like very aware of, like I heard, did someone come in? Yeah, like I was always like aware of what was going on around me, but I definitely was very relaxed, like, and it, like, you know, in your eyes, it was just all different colors and stuff, and it was just, I was very relaxed, but I was aware of what's going on, but the things that when she was talking, I just really felt it all, and so of course, like, obviously I was coming for a reason, like with the stress and to deal with stuff, so the things that she was saying, I was definitely hearing, but it was, just was very emotional, because he just started just kind of releasing it and kind of, I don't know, it was totally cool. It was, I just couldn't believe, like, when I got upset there, and I knew I was getting upset, and I knew it, but there was a second there that I thought I was gonna, like, really, I probably, if we were alone, I probably would have. But I was always aware that there was, but I just couldn't help it. It was just, I was definitely, I don't know how to, I don't know, I just felt almost like I was kind of just floating.
Was it one set instance or memory that you had that made you emotional, or was it just overall?
No, it's overall, like, the things that she was just saying, and maybe it's because she knows me so well, and like she said, like, she scripts things, so the things that she was saying, because she knows me, they were just
They were the things she needed to hear.
Yeah.
So are you impressed with it?
Very.